what's gonna happen 6 months from now, but I'm not too far gone to where I don't know where to go to find out who I am. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to who gives me strength. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to what I need to do to feel myself. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to what I need to do to get myself back in position. I'm not that far gone. I'm not lost. But right now, I don't know what the heck going on. You know what I mean? So I think that's and that's what that. So if a person doesn't know, if a person, sometimes you don't know, sometimes you can't remember. God, I don't know. God, stuff going on so crazy. I thought I was making the right decisions. The turbulence hitting so hard. I don't know. I don't even know what my purpose is right now. I had the whole business thing going on. God, I don't know what's going on. Let me wipe it all clean. I don't know what's going on right now, but I know baby steps are coming back to you every day. I know I need to do this right now. So I'm not too far gone to I don't know where to go.
Right. Facts. The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
What up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Once again, Blueprint Nation, stand up. We are excited and delighted once again to be joined together with you on tonight. And once again, we got another live one for you. And I hope you are enjoying your evening. Maybe some of you getting off your job, getting on your way home, cooking dinner, whatever you got going on. But we thank you for guys for tuning in. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that little bell so that when you get all the notifications that once we drop a new episode, you'll be the first to know about it. So once again, Blueprint Nation, stand up. We appreciate you. We love you. And we continue to pray for you and hope that your year is being prosperous as we have hit the 6-month mark. So, but y'all know what it is. It's your boy Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Joined together with my brother from another mother. On my left, your ride, Mr. Dumbo, Mr. Throne Room. Mr. got some new stuff coming down the pipe, but I don't know what it is yet. Hopefully he gonna tell me what it is. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all give it up for my brother, Alexander Hall.
Yo, what's going on, bro? Nation, what's going on, man?
You like how I do that, baby?
I see you done threw it in the threw a little wrench in there. I feel you. Yo, what's cracking? What's going on?
Another week, midweek.
Yeah, man, we just trucking through it, man. You know, some people truck, some people riding in Cadillacs, some people riding in buckets, but we trucking.
Some people slide.
Yeah.
Slide and glide.
Yeah, sliding and gliding. Yeah.
Facts.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Y'all know what it is, man. This guy, my right, your left, brother from the same mother.
All day.
Mr. Big Bad.
We coming.
Big Dub.
Let me get it.
All day.
You got it.
Every day.
I have it.
You know it.
You get it.
Let's get it.
Hey.
For sure.
Man, y'all give it up for Big Dub. Man, y'all give it up for Boy Wonder.
Blueprint Nation. What's going on? Excited. Just elated, ecstatic. Moving and grooving, brother. You know, to whom much is given, much is required, and God dog it, the required is much is there.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you let up off the requirements?
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And it goes down like this.
Yeah, that's how I go.
But just bite, like you say, trucking through the week, but taking a bite at a time. You feel me? Just getting a little here, a little there, a little here. So But for the most part, the Squad music video is out right now, featuring myself,
that's
Knowledge,
fire.
Pastor Tim Moses,
That's fire.
Rick Reed. Listen,
Ooh,
man.
that's fire.
Produced by Rick Reed. You know, Rick Reed Productions. If you need any production, songwriting, holla at my boy.
Matter of fact, you got the video for that?
I do, and I gotta email it to you.
Yep, email that.
He sent it to me. I got you.
So Blueprint Nation, stay tuned. So the premiere of
The Squad.
The Squad will be premiering at the end of this video. So don't touch that dial.
Yes. And so, man, and then we'll be in Cartersville the 2 weeks from now. So, Cartersville, Georgia, we coming. We're circling back round. So, just getting a lot done, bro. It's just like handling responsibilities administratively and
the behind the door. I hate it. Don't even get me on it. I was like till I can, till I got my own team.
I'm telling you,
boy, it's just like, here you go. Just I need this done. I need this done.
That's it.
But until then, it's like I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. You need what? You need me to email you? Okay, I got. All right. Yes.
I be like, God.
You're like, Jesus.
3 weeks later. My bad. I promise you, it's a lot going on, but I'm just excited, man, and just really trying to stay faithful with the little, with the much, man. It's and we all had a pep talk, and within our calls after the meeting, we check in. Hey, y'all good mentally, physically, spiritually? Like, well, what you need? You know what I'm saying? So
I need to hit the lottery.
For
That's what I need.
And so
let me go get this ticket.
For real.
All right, Saints, don't come from my head. Let me go get this ticket.
He'd be like, Pops, help me, please. Help me. So one thing that's been sticking to my mind, and it's been definitely encouraging. He's like, listen, what you ask for, what you pray for, it ain't too much for you to handle. And so he's like, God ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear and you can manage. So just do what you do, just get it moving, grooving. Let's get it done. That's it. So. But it's been good, man. No complaints, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. I was just thinking about that this week, man. It's like what the old saying is, you can't complain when you told God you want you ready to eat, and then He put it on your plate. Now you too much.
and you can't complain.
Hey, you said you wanted to eat. Here you go.
Listen,
I got a buffet for you.
And you said yes. So the stipulations of that yes. It's still unfolding. It's continuous. No.
Oh, my Jesus.
Well, broski,
Lord.
What's going on?
Lord.
What's going on in your world, brother?
Everything. Did I say everything?
I laughed because I felt that I know exactly how you feel.
Everything. Oh, I said, boy, if I could just clone myself about 10 times, ooh, Jesus.
Tell me.
Boy, I'd be ready. I'd be good.
For real.
Be good. Let me see if I can remember. I was listening to something. Or either I read something, and they was talking about along the lines of trust. And I was like, because you remember when we had the episode where we kind of shared a sentimental moment about, people was looking at me as hard and this, that, and the third. But it's like, what that is just if something need to get done, it need to get done.
Right.
So, but I was reading or listening to something, and it was along the lines of that same thing. It was saying like, when people delegate certain stuff, it's like they manage it a certain way until they feel that the person that is the information or the assignment is being delegated to,
right,
can execute in the way that is needed to be executed to make that project successful. And I'm like, that's once again, you hit the nail on the head. It's like, because even if I hire you, right, look, I have to train you on how I want things managed. I have to train you, even in relationships. Really, I hate to use the word train, but we have to be trained on how to treat each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even in business relationship, you know what I'm saying? I have to train you how to treat me, because if I continue to let you mistreat me,
You gonna think it's okay.
you're gonna continue to think it's okay for you to mistreat me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I still have to train the individual. So it's like, until you get to the point to where, hey, I got this idea, XYZ, woo, 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 boom, go do your thing. But until then, it's like, hey, what's your idea? What you got? What you thinking? You know what I'm saying? So it's not until that bridge get crossed to where, okay, yeah, I know that I can entrust this person with this assignment and it's gonna get done, and I'm not gonna have to keep asking 30 million times where the results at. So I just thought that was kind of intriguing. The kind of in the way they said it and how they pointed out, that was like, that is so true. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we miss out on that. Because a lot of times we were like, and you do got people that like to micromanage. I can't stand micromanagement, but you do got people that do micromanagement. But you got a lot of times, it's not the fact that people are being micromanaged. It's just, have you position yourself as a person that's being trustworthy, that when you're giving something, that you're going to execute it at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I think that's important, man, because you want somebody to take care of your baby as if it's theirs. You want them to move with an urgency. You want them to move with a level of integrity and respect that you not only have for the visionary, but just what's being in the process of what and the possibility of. Because we're not in a position of doing this just for ourselves. Like, whoever is contacted with us or contracted with us or just in partnership, we want you to flourish and excel. So like, even within us, with the fellas, we understand, okay, everybody have their respective own purposes and ideals and things they're going after. But ultimately, us coming together grouply is to expand everybody individually. And so if you understand that mindset, then you'll understand why it is so important to not only to abide by what the visionary has set in place, but it's really comes down to a respect factor. Do they respect you enough? If they don't respect themselves, they're not really going to respect you even anymore, because they're used to moving a certain way. And when they come into a realm of of an unknown territory, of a foreign land, like we talked about in the podcast, oh, okay, yeah, now you've been met with someone that says, no, that's not how we do things here. Let me show you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's building them character. It's building them integrity. It's building things that they lack, that they would have never transpired if they haven't come in contact with you. And so it is vital important that you have to move a certain way. And it's like you say, it's not micromanaging, but I still have to oversee to make sure everything that's going out is hitting it on the nail, on the head.
And that's just like when you're on a plane, right? When you're on a plane and the pilot has to ensure you that everything is okay when you hit that turbulent pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because in most instances, there's gonna be turbulence on a plane when you're going from one. When you look at going from one level to the next level, there's gonna be turbulence that you can't get away from.
Yeah.
And it's how you handle it and how you manage it is gonna determine the level that you get back on. Because when you hit that, I actually had pulled it up. So we're gonna talk about this a little bit tonight. So let's kind of go right on into it. Because turbulent times, it demands a certain level of tenacity. It demands a certain level of resilience that maybe you didn't know existed until that turbulence hit. You know what I'm saying? What they were saying, you don't know how strong you could be till strength is the only option that you have. And so
it wasn't the forefront
option. And so when you're dealing with going to the next level and you're working with different people and you're working with maybe trying to expand and hire people or working with your ministry team or whatever, turbulence is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But also it's kind of like a sign. And a sign is an indicator that something is there or something's going to happen or said. It's a sign. So I believe that it's a sign. It's a sign of growth. You know what I'm saying? It's a sign of going to that next level because there's a disturbance in the space that you're in at the current moment.
And there's also a more of awareness that you notice that something that wasn't you wouldn't have noticed that if you didn't experience that turbulence. It's hard to know what you need to work on or what you need to do if you've never been hit with turbulence, if you've never been hit with resistance. It's like, oh, what's this? Like it causes an alert in you that you've never seen before. So now it's causing you to move promptly in a manner that you wouldn't move if you never knew it was there. You just be in a calm, cool, collected state. And in some places and areas that you're going, that's not the type of environment or the setting for that environment that you need. You need aggressiveness. You need the intuitiveness. You need. Okay, let me put my boots on, strap up, and let me go in here head first, and let me handle business. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain times it requires that.
Right. Yeah. So check this out. It says turbulence on planes refers to the rough air characterized by irregular movements of air that causes an aircraft to jolt or bump during flight. This is not I like this. This is not a structural issue with the plane, but rather a result of natural weather conditions like wild currents, jet streams, or thunderstorms. Turbulence is often caused by changes in wind speed and direction, which can be affected by various factors like mountains, jet streams, storms, and so forth. Turbulences range from light, minor bumps to severe, where the plane may lose control momentarily, and even extreme, where structural damage may occur. Now, here's we actually look it up. It hits different because we have all been on planes. So, and I haven't been on a plane where I've had massive turbulence, but when that sucker dropped, boy, I was like, whoa! I was like, hold up.
This one part of the plan. Hold on, cuz.
Hello, cuz.
When you think about it, bro, when you have the structure and the design of the plane, most of it is geared toward direction, where they're going, the expected intensity of air whenever they're going in. Like it's so much minor details and calculation that comes with it, but that's something that they can't even calculate. They can't even determine because one, it's natural. Right. You don't know when it's going to happen. It's like life. You don't know when things are going to hit and it's going to happen and cause turbulence that you're not even prepared for.
Right.
But you're only prepared for what you're able to be prepared for.
Right.
And that's within those calculations, just like that design plane. How is it designed to go in the air? This calculations, okay, we got a compass to make sure we're going in the right direction. 1 degree off, we off track. But how can they calculate that when it's natural? That's why it's called a natural disaster. It's not in the equation. It's not in the calculations. So when you think about what's designed for turbulence, how have we been designed and created for turbulence in our life? Because we have to experience that in order to know how to get over or how to recalculate and to recreate that turbulence for the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll get us in a place to where, okay, I can handle this a little more, but it's still hidden.
Right.
There's still resistance.
Right. You still feel the effects.
I still feel the effect. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's brother, that do hit different.
Yeah. That goes back to like what I always say, the adversity that you're in doesn't prepare you for the adversity that you're in. It prepares you for the adversity that's coming. Because you're trying to figure out how to get out of the adversity that you're in. Yeah. And then once you figure that out, then that allows you to, you may not know completely or totally how to get out of what's coming in, but at least it gives you some, I won't say some form of stability or preparation to kind of brace yourself for what's coming and then give you enough to where you don't completely lose your mind.
Right.
Just like when you look at King David, right? I think one of the reasons that David was able to face Goliath because he already killed a bear and a lion with his bare hands. So if I'm able to kill a wild beast of that nature, of that strength, so why am I going to be afraid, like you said, of this? Why are you afraid of this uncircumcised giant? Why are you afraid of this dude? Like,
who bleeds like I bleed?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
He may be bigger than me, you know what I'm saying? But Here's the thing about David. David knew what was in him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's twofold. David knew what was in it. Number one, he knew what his gift was. Number two, he knew where his gift come from. So he knew who was in it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at, because when Saul tried to give him his armor, it was too big for him.
Yep.
And so you can't overcome turbulence by trying to use somebody else's gift. You can't overcome turbulence by trying to use somebody else's strength. You can't overcome turbulence by trying to use somebody else's faith. You got to get your own. So David knew that. You know what I'm saying? So David knew that, the greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So therefore, David knew that no matter how big or how strong this human being was, you ain't bigger than the God that's on the inside of me, nor you ain't bigger than the gift that the God on the inside of me gave me. So I was skilled with it, boy. David was, you know how skilled you had to be with a slingshot to hit him right in between the eyes?
Mm-hmm. With the amount of pressure, right part, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
Everything.
saying? He knew what he was skilled at, but he knew where the skill came from. And so when you understand that God got you, no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, at the end of the day, you're able to overcome it. But you got to know who you are, and you got to know what's in you. You got to know what you made up of. You know what I'm saying? Even in the times of uncertainty, we've all go through those times. When you're going from next level to next level, you don't really know what's at the next level. We all are desiring to get to if we all be honest with ourselves, we are all desiring to get to that next level, a place that we don't even know what it looked like.
I think the Apostle Paul said we are her.
That's
the
good.
Apostle Paul said, and fact check me. I think it's in 2 Corinthians. He said he said, I am perplexed, but not in despair. Right? So I don't know what the world is going on. That's a perplex. Perplex me, I'm baffled. I don't know God, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not in despair. I'm not totally lost, but I'm not totally lost, but I'm lost.
Gotcha. But let the people know.
Yeah. Like I'm not. Yeah.
That's 2 Corinthians 4:8.
Yeah, there you go. 2 Corinthians. You know what I mean? Like I'm not totally. I'm lost in a situation. I'm lost about what I thought what was going on. I'm lost about what I thought I was supposed to be doing. I'm lost about what I thought the decision that I was gonna make. I'm lost about what I'm doing currently. I'm lost about what's gonna happen 6 months from now. But I'm not too far gone to where I don't know where to go to find out who I am. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to who gives me strength. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to what I need to do to feel myself. I'm not too far gone to where I can't remember to what I need to do to get myself back in position. I'm not that far gone. I'm not lost. But right now, I don't know what the heck going on. You know what I mean? So I think that's and that's what that. So if a person doesn't know, if a person sometimes you don't know, sometimes you can't remember. God, I don't know. God, stuff going on so crazy. I thought I was making the right decisions. The turbulence hitting so hard. I don't know. I don't even know what my purpose is right now. I had the whole business thing going on. God, I don't know what's going on. Let me wipe it all clean. I don't know what's going on right now, but I know baby steps are coming back to you every day. I know I need to do this right now. So I'm not too far gone to I don't know where to go.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
And
So I don't know who to call on. So I don't know, let me get disciplined. I don't know how to put myself back in position. What's going to come after the position? How long it's going to take for me to get back right, to check back into what I need to be at? I don't know. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to worry about that. Sometimes you can't even worry about that.
Right.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can't even worry about that. Remember what Pastor Ken Clater was talking about? And shouts out to Pastor Ken and Tabitha Clater in the live church. They came out to Haven last Sunday. He he does his thing. He bring the swag. He bring the message. You know what I'm saying?
That boy beast.
I love Pastor Ken. Yeah. And he was just talking about the prodigal story and how he read verse by verse, which is great. And he said how it's in scripture how he came to his senses. He had a turning point, and then he headed back home, and then he told his dad, "I stand before God and I stand before you." Did the whole spiel to get back right. But here's the thing: when he left and got his stuff, he journeyed and then he got there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was stuff that was happening along the journey, anticipation that had him amped up. So when he got there, he was boom, ready to go. He had that moment where he turned back. It was a journey on the way back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? It was a journey on the way back. Along that journey, you're getting yourself prepared for when you get to your new destination, which is your old destination, of how you're going to be reset. Sometimes you can't, God, you dig what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like, God, you know what? I'm in a position right now, stuff crazy right now. I'm in this turning point right now. I'm finna head back. I need help along this way back to you. I ain't even got to where you can really get to me yet. I just need help getting there. So when I get to this point, you can really juice and beef me up. So you can really give me the vision. So you can really give me who I am. So you can really give me that self-esteem that I need. So you can really anchor me how I'm supposed to be. But I'm on this journey on the way. Please don't let me drop on the way back to you.
That's good.
That's real turbulence. So when that stuff starts shaking, that's when you really find you ain't gotta know who you. Everybody who doing their thing don't know who they are every moment.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sometimes you have to have that journey on the way back to find out who you are. So that's why I say I might be perplexed, but I'm not in despair. I might be lost, but I ain't too far gone to where I don't know who to go to, who can give me revision and give me resight, recalibrate my mind.
Bro, I'm gonna read it, but it says, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed.
Cast down, but not destroyed. That means it's beating you up on every side. You ever been in that tight spot and you gotta reach in the back of the cover and get that last can of string beans? Yep. That junk ain't got no wrap on it. You don't know what it is. You gotta open it up to see what it is. It got a little rust on it.
I didn't even notice it.
Lord, don't let this kill me, because I'm in it.
It's all beat up like that. It's like the can beat completely up. But once you gotta get a knife to fight. But when you dump it out, them green beans be so good, it hit hard. It hit hard.
That's the struggle.
The struggle is real.
But the can wasn't destroyed. The substance on the inside, you were still able to pry it out so you can get the substance on the inside. As a matter of fact, the can was beat down, but the stuff in the can was in the back of the cupboard. It was last resort. Right? It was last resort. So you had to get the can out. You got to rinse it off. It got rust on it, stuff and pry it open, and the stuff still wasn't expired. So you crushed up on the outside, but not destroyed. So I might be gone, but I ain't too far gone. And that's what happens with that turbulence. Turbulence to do that to you. You might not know. You might he might reshake everything.
Shake everything from top to bottom.
Extra sketch. You drawing your own thing.
Yeah.
Start over.
No. You know the worst part about that? You drawing something and then you accidentally shaking it, didn't mean to. And then you erased everything.
Yeah. That's how it works.
You know, because sometimes you ain't mean to make that decision, but you were so shaken you made that decision anyway.
Yep.
Because it just messed everything up. You wouldn't even think straight. Oh man, I ain't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying?
You're so far gone. You're so far gone. You ain't thinking.
No,
you ain't thinking like, God, I ain't even mean to do that.
Man, that was not even.
That wasn't even in the cards, man. Why?
3 years later, I ain't mean to be having this fruit. I ain't mean it. God was like, God said, I gave you turbulence 3 years ago.
My bad.
God said, I gave you multiple times of turbulence 3 years ago. You didn't recognize it. So sometimes turbulence is it's a wake up signs. It's stuff that stuff. Turbulence is not a bad thing, but what I tell you, it's not a bad thing at times, but sometimes it don't feel great.
Right.
HE double hockey stick when you're going through it.
Yeah.
I'm living it right now. I'm telling you. But it's for a purpose. It's for a reason. So sometimes that turbulence, for the ones who know who got it, go do your thing. Salute. But for the ones who just shook up, like, Lord, what's going on? Sometimes that's what turbulence is for.
Yeah. And you
go ahead.
I was just gonna say what Bishop, what's the name, said? Turbulence is the price for flying high. What's Kiara Shear's dad? Drew. Drew Shear. That's what he said. Cause man, I was going through something terrible, boy. I don't remember what it was, but and that just to let you know that when you go through stuff, like sometimes you don't even remember the stuff that you went through because you pulled through and you got what you needed out of that situation to make you stronger. And it was Kiara Shear, because it comes on at the beginning of that song, and he said turbulence is the price of flying high, and I was like, God, dog, I got to be more careful. So I wrote it down. I was like, boy, that's good, because you got to understand, the plane don't come through turbulence if it ain't going nowhere.
Exactly, and everybody don't like. I'm just figuring out. Everybody don't like flight. Everybody don't like movement.
Right. You got people afraid to get on airplanes, bro.
I ain't never been on one.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, not yet. Right.
Not yet. Yeah. I ain't been on one yet.
Yeah, you got people that are afraid to go on airplanes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that are afraid to go to the next level. So they don't, some of them don't want to go to the next level. Some of them comfortable. I don't, and that's fine. That's fine, but we're talking to people that want more out of life. We're talking to people that want more from God. We're talking to people that know that there's more to themselves than what they're seeing, and they're going through some turbulent times right now, and some of them probably can't even see past the windshield. That's who we're talking to tonight. You know what I'm saying? And we're just telling you, just like that pilot is skillfully trained to carry you to your destination. You bought your ticket. You know where you're going. And that it's not for you to figure out how you're going to get through the turbulence. Your job is to sit in that seat and let the pilot do his job. Yep. Your job is to sit in that seat. Your job is to pray. Your job is to fast. Your job is to call those things that are not as if they already existed. Your job is to speak positive affirmations to yourself, your situation, your spouse, your kids, whatever's going on. That's your job. The pilot is Jesus Christ. He is required because he is trained and he's specialized in getting you through turbulent times. So your job is to sit there and to do those things that be contingently relied upon him. Because when we are on that plane, bro, we're contingently reliant on that pilot to get us through because he's skilled.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
You don't think he had a training?
Exactly.
That when this happened, this is how you do. When this happened, but what does he do? He reassures you in the process that, hey, we're just a little turbulent, brother. Everything is fine. We're good. God is telling you everything is fine. You're good. But what you don't know is I can't get what's in you out of you unless I allow you to go through some turbulent times.
And you listen to the directions in the midst of the turbulence, if you're able to. Because even when I was looking at here, when you was talking about there are some good turbulence, and the word despair popped out when you was talking about I'm perplexed, but not despair.
Despair, yeah.
And despair is like a characterization of the absence of hope.
Yes,
it's good.
So it's like for the prodigal son to be able to like not even think in the instance in a moment that I don't. He could have not went back home, but not a thought, not a moment in realization that, okay, I can't go back home. No, he made a determination, the conscious decision to like, I'm going back home. And I like how Pastor Ken broke it down. He's like, with the robe and the ring, authority back into his place of what he's meant to be. Like he didn't go back into the slop he went through.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, his dad, he broke it down. He said his dad restored him to from where he came from. You know what I mean? Like you was never meant to be out there. Yeah, exactly. We got some stuff to talk about. No, I'm saying. But since you back, let me restore you.
Yeah.
Because now you're here, you can't bring that in here.
Yeah.
No.
So let me remind you where you at.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, and here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And turbulence will bring out whatever is in you.
Oh, trust
For
me.
real.
Right?
You never know how strong you are until the strength is
that's
the
the
only
only
thing you
option.
got left.
Like you never know what's the foundation of a person until turbulence hit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dang, I didn't know you was like that for real.
You never know the strength of your relationship until turbulence
Hit. Like,
Exactly.
dang, I didn't know you was like that for real. So check this out. So, turbulence bring out the stuff in people, bring out the stuff in situation, bring out the stuff in pastors, bring out the stuff in organizations. Now use people get stuff getting exposed.
Mm-hmm.
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 Stuff is getting exposed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now, but here's the thing. I don't know if this is an Andrew's Advocate thing or not. I have no idea. But I have no idea. But it's coming, so I'm just finna slide. Slide.
Baby.
He's
Slide.
sliding, gliding on the say it like.
So since turbulence bring out the worst and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Turbulence, the thing of it's double.
Mm-hmm.
This how you really find out what you working
can bring
with.
the best out you or the worst out you.
Mm-hmm.
Turbulence will bring out the worst out you in the worst situation.
Yeah.
That the situation already jacked up, and now you this is all Lord, right? So check this out.
Falcons retreat.
He's stupid. Turbulence will bring out, you know what I'm saying?
You
like,
don't wanna
like,
be this
oh my
version.
God, the situation already bad, and now this is
Yeah.
all right. So you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
how and when do you bring forth mercy and grace in the time of turbulence?
That's a good question.
Because you still have to conduct how we need to conduct in order to go through turbulence a certain type of way. Check this out. I was thinking about this the other day, bro. What would have happened? What would have happened if the father would have sided with the older brother?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So when the younger brother came back, he would have been on what the brother was on, and the daddy would have been like, "No, get from around here." The son, he straight repentant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He like, "My bad." Let me. And what happens if he would have sided with him
Mm-hmm.
and sent them back off? Then he would have been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because this is a angels.
Angels.
This is definitely because, and it's funny. Boy, this is funny in more ways than one. I'll tell you after we get off.
Gotcha.
Situation, right? I was telling you before.
Yeah.
All right. So the grace, right?
In your life,
the grace.
gotta be smart about it.
So the grace situation, right? You extend grace, but the Bible's and nobody really talks about this scripture. The Bible says this right here in so many words. I want to make sure I get this right. So, where? Let me see something. It just left me.
Fact check it.
Yeah. Where is it? Where they're Lord, it was just on me and it just left me. It talks about where you continue to abuse the grace. There is no remission of sin. That's it. That's right. Let me see.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Scripture. Remission. Sin. Yeah.
Let's see.
Nope. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much time because it's a couple of scriptures. But basically, what the scripture is talking about when you're continually doing the wrong thing, and you know you're continually doing the wrong thing, there is no remission of sin.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, Christ died to save you, but just like he said, he'll turn you over to your reprobate mind. He'll turn you over to yourself. I'm trying to get your attention. I'm still giving you instruction. I'm still giving you direction, but you continue to be disobedient. My blood don't cover that no more because now I'm going to turn you over to yourself. Now, when you want to come back to what I told you, when you want to come back to obedience, when you want to come back to your place of authority, now you're covered, which is what happened with the prodigal son. Now he was covered because the scripture don't let us know that he had a series of continuous bad situations. But like, you know, dealing with a situation that's dear to my family. So you got a certain individual continue, and we sat and we had to have our talk. But I didn't want to say that, you know. But of course, they decided to handle it how they wanted to handle it. But me and my wife was on the same page. We was on some brother type stuff. You know what I'm saying? We was like, he need to feel the pain of his decisions.
Yeah.
At this point, because it's repetitive, you're continually extending the grace card, and he's continually slapping you in your face with your own grace card. Yep. And so, at some point, you're gonna have to let him feel the pain of his decision, because you're taking the pain away from his decision. So he's continually making dumb decisions, and you're taking a blow for it. He continued to making dumb decisions, and you're the one that's crying and sitting up day after day, and you got all this stuff going on. So let him feel the ramifications of his decisions. So remove that grace card, and then let's see where it takes him at the end of the day. So that's my from me. That's from my opinion is dealing with that, because I'm gonna give you grace, but when you continue to wear that grace card out, when you continue to abuse it, now there is no more grace. You can call me mean, you can call me stuck up, you can call me what you want to, but you will not call me used.
or a sucker. We ain't on the okie doke.
No,
No,
not this sucker. No, sirree, buddy. You know, because at the end of the day, it's like God gives you those choices. Now, when God says, you know what? When God says, what was it? A man falls down 7 times, but a just man gets up 8, something to that sense.
Yeah.
So when you trying to renege on that grace card, and he says, no, it's not the time to do that. Then you have to be obedient.
Right.
But when he gives you the ability to make certain decisions on your own, where he said, because sometimes he does that. He'll say, it's your choice. You can do this or you can do that. It's your choice. Sometimes he does that.
The father was like, I know in the back of my mind, this ain't gonna be a good decision, but this is something he feels heavily he wants to do, regardless of how he came at me about it. Okay. So he already had a preconceived measure of grace before the son even left.
That's good.
And he didn't even have a cap.
That's good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain situations where there shouldn't be no preconceived cap of a situation, that if they're authentically, organically, realistically making an effort. But then you got those that are just like, nah, they trying to get over on you. Them, that's the measure for. Like there's a measure of grace.
You still
go ahead.
What hit me is as a people though, we have to be careful. We do when we do that, when we're extending the grace card or we're not extending the grace card. My mind just went to a couple situations, because like right now, my grace in certain situations, I have to be careful, because I'll be quick to cut you off. Because of where, and that goes what we're talking about turbulence. Because when you're talking about turbulence, you're not experiencing turbulence until you go into another level. You go into another realm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because where you just came from, there was no air pocket there. So the plane would just also, but you're going somewhere. So now that joke hit an air pocket and boom, the plane dropped a little bit. What is? Oh Lord! You know, so it's like now it's like, okay, now I'm looking at it, and where I'm going with this Blueprint Nation is, you got to look at the simple fact that you don't want to react to your next level the same way that you reacted in your last level, because you may damage relationships before they even get started. And give you a prime example, we had a situation happen out there at the football field. Like right now, everything's like it's like it was. Man, spring was excellent. It was on the up and up. But you know, you had a couple things flare up. You know, but then it was like I found myself, hey man, we ain't got to deal with this. Like he done got the program where it's like it's clicking. Like people are like wanting to like join what he got going on. So it's like, you know what, dog, that what you doing? We ain't got to deal with that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's too many guys that's hungry and bought in to deal with that. So it's like, if he want to leave, let him take his stuff off and go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing you no more. We're not chasing you no more. You know what I'm saying? So when I thought about that, that's what my mom says. Like, you got to kind of, it's like, you're right, God. I think that's a fact check was when God is telling you, no, just go ahead and extend that grace card one more time. Because what happens is, and this is how we do it in relationships. Before we're trying to build a relationship with somebody else based on the last person's thought process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
it's like, you know what?
And decisions.
I see in you what I saw in the last person. I ain't got to deal with that, so I'm finna check out.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful with how you're taking this information. So you got to make sure, because that's why we're bringing that balance. So you got to know where you are. So there are certain things that you will have to cut off, but there are certain things where God's going to tell you, no, I know you want to cut it off, but you don't know what's on the other side of this grace card right now, but I do.
Right.
And if you pull this grace card like I'm nudging you to do, it ain't you doing it on your own.
Right.
I'm telling you that like I need you to pull this grace card because I know what's on the other side of this grace card. Then just be obedient, bite the bullet, and then you got to communicate and learn each other. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you trying to go to that next level, you're growing at different rates. Especially when you start getting older, you know what I'm saying? Your mindset is starting to think different. You know what I'm saying? You're not learning at the same pace. You're not receiving at the same pace. There's a lot of things going on. And so you have to learn how to navigate through all of this turbulence while trying to get to your next level and whatever that looks like for you. So you have to be careful when you want to cut people off, and then you also have to be careful when you extend that grace card a little too much, and then now your kindness is being considered weakness.
Yeah. And that's a good valid point, because I remember a certain situation where, I talked to you about a certain situation, about opportunity, and how that situation panned out. And I could have missed out on the blessing of a free video, you know what I'm saying, and a new relationship. And then other opportunities came along with that particular situation. So it was just like, oh, you did me like this. You did that for everybody else, but you didn't do that for the birthday. They didn't help you break down. They didn't help you set up. They didn't go travel with you to these different places to get things set up for the event. So it's like when you think about that, it's just like, okay, it was the grace card, but it was also a humility check. Like, don't be too big to make a decision that I need you to make. Because you try to do it on your own strength, you're going to fumble it. You're going to disrupt what I got, like you say, on this grace card. So understanding that and knowing that, it opened up not only a free video, but other opportunities outside of that. So it's because there's going to be situations where the turbulence is so bad. Lines are going to be so blurred, you don't know what kind of grace to extend to anybody, because it's just like it all looks the same.
It all looks the same.
It all looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. Everything looks the same. You can see everyone's intention. You don't know what it is. You don't know what to trust. I mean, I know with the one sitting at the table right now that I can just gut open and it's a no foul, no play zone. So I can be in shambles on the inside, and I don't feel any type of way with you guys in the same way with Diamond. But because I know no one is perfect, but I know on the inside of each individual there's soundness in there. And I ain't talking about music. I'm talking about
wisdom.
There's soundness in there. So you guys are anchored different, and so that turbulence will do that to where your lines are so blurred, your emotions are so static, till you just like last night. So the NBA conference is in July, right? So I think it's July 20.
I think.
Now what's the NBA conference?
The NBA conference, Miles Minute gonna be there. The Crossings Church in Brandon, they're putting it
on. Okay, that conference that they do every year.
Yeah, well,
or is this something new?
This is something new. I think this is their third year they're doing it. But Miles Minute gonna be there. We perform North Kid gonna be there.
Oh yeah. No, that's why you said something. No,
So we gonna be there. Me, Stitch, Jaden Gray gonna be there. DJ Sammy, he's DJing. So 28th. So July 28th, NBA conference. Miles Minute, North Kid gonna be there. Jaden Gray, Stitch, I'm gonna be there. So what I'm saying, we were just talking, but last night we performed at Astro Skate in Brandon for their Christian night, right? So the first time they ever had Christian artists in there performing, and I was talking to DJ Sammy in the DJ booth. I was like, bro, like inside right now, bro, I'm shattered. I said, but in an environment like this, you got to be vulnerable. When you a person of the public, bro, you got to get them. You have to, if you got to go in the bathroom and air it out, you need to go air it out, because it's people who ain't heard their feet off you, and they don't need, and you don't need to be bleeding on them. You know what I mean? So you go and bleed, wrap yourself up, and get back out here, right? That's how it works, because that's just how it works. You choose obedience over preference, and a lot of people don't.
Ooh.
A lot of people do not choose obedience and purpose over preference.
Preference to get you a lot of trouble.
They don't. Even when you fall and make a mistake and you repent and get back right, if you revert to your obedience and your preference, you still gonna be in the game. And a lot of people don't, because what you said, that turbulence hit so hard,
bruh.
When stuff start coming out, and you sometimes you might get called out on something. Sometimes you might get caught up in a lie. Sometimes you might get held accountable for something. Sometimes that turbulence is bringing that stuff out.
Yeah.
Every time you see, bro, I've never seen, unless it's something real minor, I've never seen on the news when an earthquake hit, and it's like a medium earthquake, when everything shake, everything that was in the cupboards and stuff that you didn't see before the earthquake, I never saw it still in the cupboards.
Yep.
I never saw the stuff, or everything that you didn't see start falling out. That's what that turbulence do.
Sure do.
So turbulence is it's a cleansing thing if you allow it to cleanse. That's what it's for, right?
Oh yeah.
But when you in that type of environment, you gotta be wide open. I said, bro, I don't even. Okay, obedience. Obedience. That obedience over your preference is major.
That's good.
All the time.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, but that was the script say. Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yeah.
So when you're choosing your preference, you're sacrificing. You're sacrificing the good for the great. Or let me turn that around. You're sacrificing the great for the good. You know, is you never know what's on the other side till you get there.
And oh my dog, bro.
What's up, bro?
He said something key, and I don't think people understand this. Like you said, both of y'all said it right. When God tell you, look, I need you to do this, not because of I don't want you to. I need you to do this, and I know you're not strong enough to do this. And I know your mind and your feelings. I need you to do this because the grace is about to be removed in this area. And I don't need you to get caught up where grace is not removed. So I need you. This is not your decision. This is mine. And if you are submitted to me, then you are to do what I tell you because you're my child. If you walking with me, you're not strong enough. You ain't supposed to be strong enough. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So be obedient to the person who you're submitted to. What does Christ say? Like, what does his teaching say? What does his word say about being? That's what sometimes that's what you have to revert to be obedient.
You have to.
Sometimes you ain't got no, bro. If you gotta cry and sniffle and snob to do it in obedience, and I bet you'll come out 10 times stronger if you would have not have chose to do it. That's what turbulence does.
You not lying, bro.
That's what it does, bro.
You not lying,
That's what
bro.
Turbulence does. And turbulence will build your character. Turbulence will reroute your Christianity if you allow it. And turbulence will rewire your faith if you allow it.
And your obedience to him within the strength that he gives you, meaning he will give you the capabilities to treat the person the same as if they hadn't did any offense.
Boy, you know how hard it is? Do you know how
That's
hard?
hard.
Do you know how hard it is, bro, to pray for someone and pray for them for their healing and for their mind and for their well-being, who treats you like you're non-existent?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how hard it is to pray for somebody who abandons you when they feel like they're afraid?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how hard, bro? Last week, bro, I was in a prayer session. I was in the throne room, bro. I was praying. I had to get on my hands and knees. Lord said, face. Every time I had to crawl. I had to crawl to prostrate myself on the floor.
Mm.
Every time I had my face, nose, and mouth straight on the floor. Every time my witness raised my head up, he said, face. Every face. Put your face on this ground. Because right now you ain't got no strength to do nothing. And right here in this moment, it's almost like Avatar. I'm connecting you to something that you need to be connected to.
Mm.
We talking about turbulence, boy.
Sheesh.
So it's hard to be in a place to where you're keeping your heart posture in the right place where someone's heart is turning against you willingly. It's hard. My heart got training wheels and braces on it, and the other person's heart is turning against you. It's hard. It's very, very difficult. We talking about turbulence. Turbulence will expose you.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And exposures, I always say exposure create experiences.
They do.
Yeah. So the experiences that you obtain in your space will be based upon what you expose yourself to. And that's why, and we understand it's not easy. And that's why you need a village, at least somebody that you can anchor yourself on when you feel yourself drifting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, God is always there, but at the end of the day, truth be told, even though he's there, we've all had that conversation. Like, God, where you at?
Yeah, where you at?
He right there, but you just, like, God, where you at? You're not manifesting yourself in the area that I need to see you manifest right now. I know you're there, but I don't see the manifestation of you being there. It's just total silence. It's silence and chaos, because everything is around me chaotic, but I don't hear you saying anything.
Right.
And it's through those times and those turbulent moments where you just kind of have to rely on. If you don't put nothing in your system, it's just like going to your bank account. If you don't make a deposit, you can't make a withdrawal. So sometimes it's just those small deposits that you've been able to make collectively over time, that in those quiet moments when we don't feel like God is there, when he's actually there, but we don't feel or sense him, his presence or him speaking, is you got to rely on those small deposits over time to anchor you to keep from drifting too far. Because if you don't, you're going to be way on the other side of the island.
Yep.
Boy, you ain't lying.
Be like, come back.
Come back.
You know what I'm saying?
And then if you're over there, you can't get used. You are detached. And if you're over there, it's harder for you to get back in motion. You know what I mean? Like, it's harder for you to get it's harder for you to get acclimated to everything that's around you.
Yeah.
Because once you go over there, once you come back, you have to gain the trust of you have to regain the trust of everyone that's around you. Whether you just stay neutral and let everyone know, hey, right now, Doug called me the other day. He said, bro, where you at? I said, I'm gonna sit him slide. And he was like, I'm just checking in on you. What you got going on? I said, it ain't good, my guy. I said, straight up. Facts. We ain't beat around the bush. Facts. We ain't got time for that. No. We ain't got time for that.
No.
But do you know why we don't have time for that? It's because mental health is on the line. Spiritual health is on the line. The future that I can't see yet is on the line.
Yeah.
The stuff that my son gonna need is on the line. Everything is on the line. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
So when people have turbulence and they back off and they try to sweep stuff under the rug and stuff like that, you're making like you're not getting that. Turbulence is there so you can get better. Turbulence, if you're trying to get better or if you're trying to go somewhere, you're gonna get some turbulence. Period. Turbulence is a sign of movement, advancement.
That's good. That's good.
It is.
I like that.
So if you in a relationship with somebody and stuff shaky, it's y'all moving somewhere. Depend on what stuff start coming out of where. Let's start working on it. Now, if one person don't want to pick up their mess from the stuff coming out of their cabinet, then you might have to land the plane, and then they might have to get off that plane because they don't want to fly with you because every flight has turbulence. Every plane had Delta, American Airlines, all of them got turbulence. Southwest, the real cheap ones. The real cheap planes got Soul plane had turbulence. Soul plane had turbulence. Winterhaven Airport got Bartow, Lakeland with it, Tampa and Orlando. Every plane got turbulence. So if you do not want to experience turbulence, for one, that means you don't want to fly. For two, that means you need to go on a different route for your transportation because this ain't it.
Tell you.
And from my understanding, when you catch a flight, it's the fastest way to get to your destination. Am I right or am I wrong?
100% right.
1000%.
So if you want to get somewhere, and I heard it's the safest way to travel too, quote unquote, right?
I don't know 100%, but I think I've heard about it because you have more traffic accidents than you have plane crashes.
Plane crashes and drops and stuff like that.
So yeah.
So if you want to travel a certain type of way and get there a certain type of fast, there's certain things that's going to happen along the way while you're getting there efficiently and fast.
Yeah. I will say there is only certain places you can go that you have to use a plane. That you can't get nowhere
There's certain
else.
places that you can't get unless
you can't get through no other vehicle, whether it's boat, car, truck, whether it's outside train. So it's so you're gonna have to bite that bullet. You're gonna have to face it. I just came across a dope quote from Peter Drucker. He says, "The greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence. It is to act with yesterday's logic."
Oh my.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Then you gonna have it?
I was like, dang. I was looking at another quote.
See you next week.
Right. That's it. we ain't off of that right now.
I was looking at something like, what can I find that resembles turbulence that is dope? I came across another one, but that one was just like, no, that's the cream of the crop because turbulence is just the gauge of letting you know something's going on. That is alerting you. And sometimes it also shows you how long either you're willing to stay in the turbulence or what are you going to do about what's been within the turbulence. And I like how you said when you're on a plane, you just sitting there. It ain't, you can scream, go crazy all you want. It ain't going to do nothing. It ain't going to change that the turbulence is happening. But sit still. Pray. Speak the things out as though they were. Like, all you can do in the midst of turbulence sometimes is just sit still.
But everybody praying.
Everybody praying. Hey, people won't even believe in God. Like, God, bruh.
So we ain't going down, right? This is just turbulence, right? We ain't going down.
I say, man, it's so many people don't believe, but they sure use the name on an everyday basis. And they going to use it that time. Lord.
I heard
help.
Look, I saw a rapper today. I saw a rapper today on the internet. Jet blowing up, right? And he had in the video, he had chicks in there, he had smoking weed, he was on the news, right? He said, they said, yeah, so the album was finna come out. He said, how do you feel about it? My man said, I just want to thank God.
Every time, bro.
You know, smoking a blunt in the video.
Yo.
She was twerking on the. Hold on, I want to thank God.
It's like, yo,
the world, God, what's going on? I'm out here thinking you every day. He got them.
Funny. My man, that'd be the first thing, bro.
My man, let's watch. He said,
I want to thank God.
I said, what the world?
I want to thank him.
Thank God,
Lord.
Oh, we got to give thanks to the Creator.
Oh, God, that's funny. Oh, man. But shoot, man. Fellas, it's been another live one, man. But I'm going to have you read that one more time, bro, before we get up out of here, man. We're going to end off on that note. I think that's the best way to end this.
It says, the greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence. It is to act with yesterday's logic.
Yeah, because when turbulence come, to be honest with you, I think everybody can agree on this. We're going to dip out like, turbulence come, it hit, people respond, people got things they got going on. It's okay. It's okay as long as you're willing to alter about how we're gonna go about it. Right. If you're not willing to alter, then it's not okay. If you're not willing to put the work in to change how we deal with the turbulence, it's not okay. Right. Because now you got one person who's acting and moving upon this way, and you got this person who is stuck here, and one person is going to get damaged by the other person. One person is going to get weighed down by the other person. So that's definitely on point. It's about how are we going to think about what are we going to do about the things that the turbulence is causing. Are we going to go back the same way as yesterday, or are we going to do not be conformed by the pattern of this world that's yesterday? How you been living for 10 years, 20 years? Or are we going to be transformed by the renewal of our minds, submitting ourselves to God and what He says about how we should live our lives? Even though we done made mistakes, how are we going to deal with the mistakes that we made from Jesus' lens? So that's on point, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So Blueprint Nation, man, we going to end off on that note. Man, take these nuggets of wisdom, these guys, and lay it out on you. And let's just make, as E.T. would say, let's just make the rest of your life the best of your life. So y'all know how we like to get up out of here. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see you next week. Peace.